Zina had always been beautiful, or at least, that's what people told her before she finished secondary school. Auntie Ngozi, the neighbor who sold akara down the street, used to pinch her cheeks and say, "Oh, Zina, you fine, oh. See as your skin fresh like baby on." Strangers in the market would call out, "Fine girl. Come and buy from me, I give you fine price." Even at school, she had her fair share of admirers, boys who wrote her love notes, girls who envied the way her skin glowed under the sun. But then she moved to Lagos. And in Lagos, beauty was a competition. Zina quickly realized that what was considered pretty in her small town was just average in the city. Here, girls walked around looking like Instagram models, tiny waist, curvy hips, skin as smooth as glass. They didn't just wake up and look beautiful, they created beauty. Expensive makeup, high-end skincare, waist trainers, hair worth hundreds of thousands, everything was intentional. At 16, Zina discovered social media beauty trends, and from that moment, her life changed. She spent hours watching makeup tutorials, skincare routines, and luxury lifestyle vlogs. She followed influencers who always looked perfect, flawless skin, hourglass figures, designer outfits. By the time she was 22, social media wasn't just entertainment. It was her reality, her dream, to become an influencer. Her problem: she didn't look the part. Sure, she was pretty, but her skin wasn't Instagram pretty. It wasn't the flawless, polished perfection she saw online. She had to rely on ring lights and filters to make her pictures pop. And no matter how many times people told her she looked fine, she always found a flaw. One day, it was a tiny dark spot on her cheek. The next, it was her uneven skin tone. And on bad days, one pimple was enough to make her feel ugly. And in the world of beauty influencers, imperfection was not allowed. Zina tried everything: expensive skincare, home remedies, DIY treatments. She bought serums, scrubs, face masks, anything that promised flawless skin. Nothing worked. Then, one evening, as she scrolled through Instagram, she saw something that made her stop. It was a viral trend. Post after post showed young women with before and after pictures. In the before, they looked normal. In the after, their skin was glowing like polished gold. And then she saw her. Renny Babe. The influencer of influencers. The girl who had everything. Zina clicked on Renny Babe's video. The woman was smiling into the camera, her skin radiant under the light. No more filters, no more insecurities. Renny Babe said, flipping her silky hair. One product changed my life. Ladies, stop wasting money on expensive nonsense. If you want real results, get yourself a jar of LumiGlow. My skin has never been this flawless. Link in my bio. You're welcome. Zina's heart raced. She scrolled through the comments. Your skin is everything. OMG, you're glowing like money. Where can I buy it? This was it. This was what she needed. But the cream wasn't sold in stores. It was only available through private vendors on Instagram. She searched and found a seller, Global Skincare. Their page was filled with before and after pictures, celebrity testimonials, and glowing reviews. She sent a DM. Hi, how much is LumiGlow? Zina asked. And $150,000 for a 4-week supply. That's expensive. Quality isn't cheap, babe. The top influencers are using it. Want to stay local or level up? Glow Boss said. Zina felt the insult deep in her chest. Stay local? Never. She checked her savings. If she bought this, she'd be broke for the month. For 10 minutes, she stared at her phone, debating. Then, she typed, Zina, I'll buy it. The next day, a dispatch rider delivered the package. It was a small, sleek jar, the label reading, LumiGlow, the future of beauty. Zina rushed inside, tore off the seal, and stared at the golden cream inside. It had a rich, silky texture and smelled expensive like honey and fresh roses. This was it. This was the start of a new life. The instructions were simple. Apply every night before bed. Avoid direct sunlight. She followed the routine religiously. 1 night. 2 nights. 1 week. Nothing changed. Her skin looked exactly the same. She checked Instagram. More influencers were posting their results. 3 days and my skin is flawless. Lumi Glow is magic. Zina frowned. Why wasn't it working for her? By the 2nd week, frustration set in. She stared at the jar on her vanity. She had wasted N150,000 on this scam. Maybe she should stop. She messaged Globos. Mom, I've been using this cream for a week, nothing is happening. Oh, my dear, your skin is stubborn. Be patient. Just keep using it, trust me, you'll see results. Globos replied. Zina rolled her eyes. Scam. She was about to toss the cream when she hesitated. 1 more week, then I'll give up. On the 15th day, something changed. She woke up, walked to the mirror, and gasped. Her skin, it was glowing. Not the normal glow from oil or sweat. No, this was ethereal. Flawless. Supernatural. Her dark spots vanished. Her pores disappeared. Her skin looked like glass. Zina screamed in excitement. She grabbed her phone, took selfies, and posted them with the caption. No filter, no makeup, just Lumi Glow. Within minutes, her phone blew up. Girl, your skin is unreal. Drop the plug. Wow. How much is the cream? I need this ASAP. Her followers doubled. Brands started noticing her. Even people who used to ignore her in real life suddenly wanted to be her friend. For the first time, she felt unstoppable. People were admiring her. Her post gained more attention. More men started toasting her. They bought her gifts. They took her to expensive restaurants. All because she glowed up. At first, everything was perfect. Then, the itching started. It began as a mild tickle on her arms and legs, like tiny ants crawling under her skin. At first, Zina didn't think much of it. Maybe she had been out in the sun too long or was allergic to something. But soon, the tickling turned into a constant itch, one that she couldn't ignore. She scratched her arms, her legs, and her face, but no matter how much she scratched, the itch wouldn't go away. And then, something worse happened. The itching turned into burning. It was as if her skin was on fire, but when she checked the mirror, everything still looked perfect. Her skin was smooth and glowing, just like the pictures on Instagram. She smiled at her reflection. It's probably nothing, she told herself. Maybe just a reaction to the cream or something. I'll be fine. But deep down, Zina knew something wasn't right. The next day, while applying her makeup, she noticed a small, dark patch on her jawline. The spot wasn't big, just about the size of a coin, but it was dark and rough against her smooth skin. Her heart skipped a beat. Zina scrubbed at it, thinking it would disappear, but the patch didn't budge. It only seemed to darken as she rubbed harder. Panicking, she applied more of the Lumi Glow, hoping it would make the spot go away. But to her horror, the dark patch didn't vanish. It grew bigger. By the next day, there were more patches, on her neck, on her chest, on her arms. Zina stared at her reflection, her fingers trembling as she touched the rough patches. Her flawless skin, her pride and joy, was starting to look like a patchwork quilt of dark, leathery spots. She reached for her phone and messaged Globos, her mind racing. Auntie, my skin is spoiling. What's happening? But Globos left her unread. Zena's heart sank as she waited for a reply that never came. The patches continued to spread, getting worse every day. The burning sensation on her skin became more intense. Her skin was thinning. It felt fragile, like paper, and her veins started showing through. Zena tried covering the spots with makeup, but the foundation burned her skin. She could feel the stinging sensation every time she applied it. And no matter how much makeup she used, the dark patches always showed through. She cried every time she picked up her makeup brush, her heart sinking with each stroke. It got to the point where she couldn't even look at herself in the mirror without feeling disgusted. The skin she had once been so proud of was becoming unrecognizable. Then came the worst part, her face started to sag. Her once plump cheeks hollowed out. Her lips, once full and soft, cracked and darkened. Her bright, wide eyes began to sink deeper into her skull, leaving behind an empty, hollow gaze. Zena looked like someone 10 years older than she was. The reflection staring back at her wasn't the confident, glowing influencer who had once captivated thousands. No, it was a stranger. A stranger who had lost everything. Zena felt the weight of her insecurity pressing down on her chest. Her confidence, her joy, everything she had worked so hard to build, was vanishing before her eyes. She started avoiding social media, not because she didn't want to post anymore, but because she couldn't bear the thought of people seeing her like this. The attention, the compliments, the brand deals, they were all slipping through her fingers like sand. But the brands didn't let her go. They wouldn't let her escape. One day, a representative from a company she was signed to stormed into her apartment. Zena could feel the tension in the air as the woman paced back and forth, her face tight with frustration. "You still haven't paid the remaining balance for the last campaign." The representative snapped, her voice sharp. "What is wrong with you, Zena? This is business." Zena stood frozen in place, unsure of what to say. She had been avoiding the word, and now, it was crashing down on her. Out of frustration, the brand representative started filming, making sure to capture Zena's face as she stood there, looking defeated. The representative posted the video online, dragging Zena for all to see. The caption was scathing. "Zena thinks she's too good for this campaign, but look at her now. She can't even pay for her own deals. Check out this transformation." The video went viral, but not for the reasons Zena had hoped. People stormed the comment section with their shocked reactions. "What's wrong with Zena? She's looking sick. Did she edit her pictures all along? Is this the real Zena?" Zena's heart broke as she read the comments. She felt her followers drop by the minute, her brand deals vanish. The people who had once adored her now looked at her with pity, even disgust. She tried to hold it together, but the damage had been done. Her social media was filled with rumors and whispers. People stopped asking her for the plug to her skincare secrets. No one was interested in her glowing skin anymore. The influencers who had once been her friends ignored her. Zena tried to fix the damage. She went to the dermatologist, hoping that someone could help her, that someone could tell her how to fix her skin. But when she told the dermatologist about the Lumi Glow cream, their faces instantly changed. The doctor shook their head and sighed. "My dear, this cream is full of dangerous chemicals," the doctor said, looking at her with pity. "It's illegal in some countries." "I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do." Zena's heart dropped. Her worst fears had come true. The cream she had trusted, the cream she had spent all her money on, it was ruining her skin. She broke down in tears, feeling more helpless than she ever had in her life. How could she have been so stupid? How could she have fallen for the lies? In just 2 months, Zena went from being the most admired girl in the city to a cautionary tale. Her once glowing skin was now burnt and ruined, the damage irreversible. She deactivated all her social media accounts. She She stopped going out, stopped responding to calls, stopped seeing her friends. It was as if the world had forgotten her, and Zina had disappeared. One evening, while scrolling through her old pictures on her phone, she saw something that made her stomach turn. A new beauty trend. A new influencer. A new cream. The comments were all the same. Drop the plug. I need this cream now. Flawless skin goals. Zina closed her phone with shaking hands, tears threatening to spill. She had learned the truth the hard way: beauty trends come and go, but the damage lasts forever. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story and watched to the end, please do not make it your last time on my channel. Kindly subscribe, like my video, drop your thoughts on the comment section and share my videos with your loved ones, and turn on your notification bell for more interesting upcoming stories. Bye besties.